Okay, hi guys. All right, this is the right side, right hand, left hand. All right hand, left hand. Okay, so I got a comment. I got a couple comments, but one of them I didn't discuss the binding or the evicting of the spirits. I haven't gotten to that yet. So what I'm going to do, and then I got another message that um, he said the so-called spirit that you're talking to, how do you know it's not a demon? Okay, well, I'm going to tell you something. This is how. Okay, I'm going to do a review on my third eye video. Just a quick review, but I would suggest, as a matter of fact, if you want to do this work, you better learn that. The third eye videos, okay? Now, how do I know? Because first of all, I do the work, okay? So I have managed to negate all of their tricks, okay, to figure it out, to learn. I know my spirit, okay? She is a beautiful, beautiful soul, and I love her. Okay, so now this is a review. This is your face. Okay, say I'm looking at you this way, and here's the face looking at you, and the third eye is right there, okay, in the center. Now, there is a huge difference between the left hemisphere and the right hemisphere when you're doing spirit work. Okay, so if I'm looking with my back facing something, and I'm looking with my third eye, my back is facing something, I'm looking with my third eye, my good spirit will be coming in from the right side. Okay? The saints that I get my direction from come way up here, from way up there. Okay? This is my spirit. I hope I got that big enough. My spirit. Now, saints, I'm going to say these are the saints. I'm going to write that bigger. I know, I'm sorry. Okay. Saints. Saints are up there. So if I'm right-handed, my saints are going to be way up at the top. My spirit will come in through the portal that we talked about in the other videos. Okay? The bad guys are on the left if I'm right-handed. And this, just flip this. If you're left-handed, it'll be just the opposite. Okay, so the bad guys are here. And I'm going to put a pit right here like I did in my last video. Okay. And I'm going to put a little red in there, I think. Okay, not all demons are red. Okay, we have a lot of different types. So let's just do this. Little horns. Okay, and they're always unhappy. Okay, so we're going to do this. Their horns. Okay, always unhappy, poor things, you know. Okay, this is where, and then they'll come up, okay. They come up out of the pit when we call them in, okay, and they go up a conveyor belt. And when we do something that they're attracted to, like one of the subcategories of demons, and I'm hoping to be able to get that video done today sometime, the 7 subcategories of demons. The demons are over here. Okay, they come up a conveyor belt, and when we do something to call them in, whoop, in they go. So, for the most part, they're on the left. They really can't get over to the side, but they can throw their voices a little bit. So, when we're binding, if you want to know if you are being talked to by your spirit and you're not quite adept at this, okay, this right and left side, and that's okay, this takes time to learn. If you want to know if you are being communicated with by your very own spirit, for one, it will be telepathic communication, and it will come from this side, the right side. If I'm right-handed, the saints are here, my spirit's on that side. If I'm left-handed, the opposite is true, and I hope you can figure that out. Go back to the third eye video, and it'll explain all of this to you. This is just an overview. Okay, because this is important. When you evict bad spirits and send home trapped spirits, this is so imperative that you know. Okay, so we have a right and a left hemisphere. Okay, so we have, there we go. This is the right hemisphere. Well, I'm not even going to do this, and this is the left side. Okay. Now, when you binding demons are, you don't really have to worry about this right and left hemisphere situation because you're not sending them out of the body when you bind, and I'll get into that too. Okay, so how you can tell if you're being communicated by your very own spirit or bad spirits or saints or what have you. Now, if you're not adept at your own spirit, communicating with your own spirit and knowing that that's your spirit, then you really need to get there before you start sending demons out and stuff like that. Because, say my cat has a demon in her. I send that demon out and I don't specifically tell it where it goes. This is what I meant about these bad spirits are opportunistic. Any little tiny crack you leave in your program, they're coming through. All right, it's like leaving a little bit of sugar on your counter after you've had an ant problem, and you leave that little bit of sugar on the counter. Guess what? They're coming back, but you shouldn't have left the sugar on the counter if you didn't want to deal with them. Okay, so that's pretty much what we're dealing with here. Okay, so let's go over this again. If you're right-handed, your spirit will come to you from the right. Your spirit guides will come to you from the right, way up high in higher dimensions, past these guys. These guys are stuck down here. Okay, they're not going anywhere up to where we belong because they have sold their soul. Now, all of this, okay, everything is fear, okay? Demons sold their soul, gave up their soul because of fear. Fear of not being good enough. Fear is the opposite of love is fear, okay? The opposite of love is fear, all right? So, on the right side, okay, what you'll get is love, compassion, empathy, courage. You'll get all of that support from the right side if you're right-handed, and if you're left-handed, you'll get all of that support from the left side. Now, when you, okay, so fear. Let's talk about fear. I used to have an acronym for that, F everything and run, or false evidence appearing real, whatever it is. Fear is your enemy, okay? These guys feed on fear, okay? They feed on low energy. Fear is probably one of the lowest energies out there, fear. We don't have anything to be afraid of, okay? They want us afraid. We've got people with masks on, afraid to touch each other, just a mass worldwide case of mental illness. And let me tell you something, there's no such thing as mental illness. They're demons, okay? They're bad spirits. And when you go to the doctor and you get medicated, those chemicals prevent your spirit from being able to come back into the body. Now, if you have, say, mental issue or whatever, the spirit had already been separated from the body. You know, all the young kids my age in their 30s they were all vaccinated. Not like the kids are now, but they were vaccinated. Okay, so with this whole pandemic, plandemic, scamdemic, whatever you want to call it, they've got people afraid. Just mass psychosis. That's what's happening here. So now you've got the right side and the left side. This is imperative that you know. Okay, if you have a trapped spirit, and this is your third eye. Now, if I was looking at you this way instead of the back of my head right here, my spirit guides and my spirit would be on the right side again, but it would be opposite. Okay, just because my body's different, in a different position. Okay, now a lot of people who are channeling um, or doing work with their spirit guides and stuff, if they're not communicating with their very own spirit, that's probably a trick, because your spirit is the part of you that is supposed to communicate with your spirit guides and your saints, not the body. Okay? Anyways. Okay, so we have the right side and the left side. Now, this is all, please take note of this. Go back to the third eye video, because now I'm going to talk to you about where to send these spirits. All right? I almost don't want to get rid of that, but I don't have another place. Okay, well, actually, I'm going to. Okay, so we've got your body divided. Okay, we've got your body divided. Now, when you evict bad spirits, there are two types of spirits. Okay, you got this down because I've already covered this, but I just wanted to do another review. Okay, the bad spirits will be on the left side if you're right-handed, and if you're left-handed, the bad spirits will be on the on the right side. Okay, so I need to get rid of this real quick, all right, and then I'm going to talk to you about the two types of, you may have to pause the video. You know, I learn by drawing, I learn by writing, that's how I learn. So maybe you're the same way. All right, there are two types. Well, there's more than two types of spirits, but there's good spirits that are trapped and there's bad spirits. So we have, if I'm right-handed, that's where the good guys are at, okay, on the right side. Now, so we're going to put trapped spirits over here. Excuse me. Okay. Okay, well, I kind of need that head, so we're just going to put this head here. Okay. Give him a little nose. All right, so on the right side, if you're right-handed, that is where the trap spirits will go. They haven't sold their soul. They've been a victim to this MK Ultra, the trauma, the separation of the spirit before the body died. Okay, so if your spirit is not in your body when you die, your spirit is going to get trapped. Okay, that's what happens. And there's all these different dimensions that they can get you to go to, where they can make it look really pretty for you, make it look like heaven, if you will. But I tell you, it's a trap. Okay. So, and this is how we're going to get rid of. I'm going to draw this line right through here. Probably not straight, but do this. I've had a few unexpected, like always. I had a few unexpected surprises today that I'm going to be dealing with, so I'm going to get these done. Okay, so the trap spirits, and I actually should do this. I am going to do it. I'm going to just keep this up. This is just the back of the head. Okay, this is the back of the head, and this is the right hand. I don't know why I took that down. I've drawn this out already, and I keep messing it up, changing the way I'm going to tell you about it. There we go. So we got there and there. Okay, so this is the back of the head. Let's just do this. has got curly hair. All right. Okay, right hand, we're going to do right and left. Okay, hand. All right. Now, because the right side, if you're right-handed, and these spirits did not sell their soul, they did not put their finger up to the creator, so to speak. They're victims. Okay, trap spirits are victims. Okay, I discussed in the last video, the last few videos, about the trap spirits. If your spirit's not in your body when you die, all of the stuff that is being built, the armies and the wars and all of this stuff, it's because the spirits wasn't in the body. And I mean, if you kill a thing, I'm going to tell you, if you kill something, say you go to war and you kill something, they call it soldier for a reason, soul died. That's right. We're not supposed to kill things. It's traumatic. Okay, that alone, but I think that's why they put you through boot camp, to traumatize you. Okay, so that a bad spirit will come in, separate your spirit from your body. And just like we have, when all this stuff happened with 9/11, and that people were so concerned about, they radicalized their young people. Well, we kind of do too. Okay. We separate their spirit from the body through our actions, through the abuse that you go through in boot camp or what have you. And bad spirits come in, because you have to have a bad spirit in there in order to kill something, kill a human. You really do, because our good spirits don't do that, or kill an animal for that matter. Okay, so trap spirits are victims. Demons on this side are not victims. Well, I'm not going to say. When they were, before they sold their soul, I'm sure they were victims, because what these demonic family bloodlines do to their children to get them to, what they do is they will traumatize the child. And they have ceremonies and rituals and things like that, to where they'll call in one of their demonic family members to run the show. Okay, so before they turn into a demon themselves. All right, so on the right side, you have trap spirits. On the left side, I'm going to put victimizers. Okay, there's a difference in the two. Well, I didn't need that on there either. I'm a little tired right now because I had this unexpected thing come up, but I promised you guys I would do this, and I've just really got to get it done. Okay, so when it comes time, I will get into the binding of the demons after I get this presentation done, okay, because that's a little bit different. Now, I talked in the last few videos about grounding, the waterfall, the tacking, the grounding, the anchor, the roots. Okay, I talked to you about all that. Once you do that, okay, you're going to have to send, if you've got, say you've got some trapped spirits in your body. I did. One time I couldn't even believe it. I would shut my physical eyes and I could see with my third eye what's going on in my body. I had so many different animal spirits in my body. One time I started just really wanting to eat a lot of food. And I had probably about a 300 or 400 pound trapped spirit in my body. So what that tells me, first of all, is that that's what the spirit looked like when the body died. Okay, so they were dealing with demons of gluttony. So, and I also had a smoker. It was a male, and he was in there too. So I got rid of them. And how did I do that? Okay, now you're going to want to send trap spirits to the right side if you're right-handed, to the left side if you're left-handed. You're going to want to send demons to the left side, okay, if you're right-handed. That's where they belong. So what I do is I picture when I'm going to get rid of the trap spirits, okay, because there's so many dimensions after this one, before you get to the higher dimensions that you can get trapped in. okay, that you can get tricked in. So what I do is I do my thing, and I have the steps that I will. The next video I do, let me write this down. The steps. There are 5 steps that you could. In the program I start, there's going to be more than 5 steps, but for this right now, just you can get a handle on this and get some relief from these things. I'm telling you, they're horrible. Okay, I'm going to do steps. One of them is surrendering. Okay, we talked about this. Your will to your creator. Calling your spirit in your body and affirming that you are powerful. Those are the 3, but I'm going to get into the whole thing. Now, the one thing about bad spirits and any spirits, because this is our universe is a free will universe. We have free will. So, when we tell the spirits to get out of our body, trapped spirits or demons, we have to send them back to where they belong. If we don't do that, then the trapped spirits will get toyed with by these. Okay, so that's what's been happening. And these guys need their energy. That's why they trapped him in the first place. They have to have their energy. Okay, so after I do the grounding exercises that I showed you guys and ask my spirit to be present and active, and she does it really, my spirit does this, but I have done the motions myself, but she is really in charge of this. So this is when I tell you, we're in a spiritual war, not a body war. Okay, we're in a spiritual war. Our spirits have been dealing with these crazies since there was human beings. Okay, probably before that, but that's a little too much for me to get into. Okay, so our spirits know how to handle them. Okay, they know their tricks. They know how to evict them. They know how to bind them. Our good spirits know how to do this, and especially right now, because we're in critical times. I don't believe that they would have sent anybody down here at this particular time that wasn't a warrior, okay, who couldn't, their spirit. I mean, I know there's a lot of young souls here, but the people are the souls that volunteered to be here, those are evolved souls, okay? Those are souls that have done this many, many times. I mean, oh gosh, I can't even imagine how many times. Because the war between demons and angels is real, okay? I'm going to tell you that right now. And they have infiltrated our earth here and taken it over, basically. That's why everybody's so horrific. And that's why they're killing the animals right now, why they're just, we forgot, okay? We stopped knowing how, and it's a knowing, it's in your DNA. You know how to treat the planet, okay? How to treat the animals, how to treat each other. Our good spirits know that. The bad spirits, on purpose, get you to abuse or get you to put up with abuse or whatever, because that's what they feed on. Okay, so I go through the grounding that I had and did in my other video. And when I say I evict all bad spirits from my body, the 4 corners of my space. Now what you're going to want to do here, and I'll put that in the steps. This all goes together, but I'm just trying to explain it to you in steps so you can get this. You guys really need to know this. Okay, so when I have my spirit send out the demons out of my body, I have a pathway, and I've been building this pathway for a while. Bad spirits, I put them in kind of a, what would I say? I send the bad spirits when I say, okay, I'm evicting all spirits from my body, all bad spirits from my body, and all trapped spirits from my body. I didn't really separate that when I was explaining this to you because that's kind of a lot, but we're here. So, okay, now when I tell the bad spirits to get out of my body, I say, you are not welcome in my body, and in my mind, this is energy work, I send them Okay, let's say I have a bad spirit here. Okay, that's a horn. I know it doesn't look like a horn, it looks like an ear. But that's a horn, and that's a bad spirit. Okay, say there's a couple more bad spirits. That looks more like a horn, I guess. Okay. That doesn't really look like it. Anyways, that's all right. You guys get the message. So, say these guys were in my body, and I'm sending them home. I'm sending them to their place, back to the pit. Okay, we're going to put the pit here. I already did this once, but okay. This is a pit where bad spirits live. Okay. Okay, so when you say, you tell the bad spirits to get out of your body, you send them back here. Okay, and I picture in my mind, I have a pathway already built because I do this work often. I send them this way. Okay, then there's a portal right here. Okay, I send them through the portal. This is a portal. Okay, I send them through that portal down into the ground. Okay, now when I evict them from my body, I ask that they be sent back to where they go, and you demand it. Okay, demand that they leave your body. Now, send them back through the portal, and then they'll go right back into there. Okay? Now, you send them back, and then you close the portal. And you do this 3 times to make sure you got it good. I wouldn't close the portal because our thoughts are creative. Don't close the portal until you get them back in there. Okay? Until you do this 3 times. Then you close the portal. Okay? So you send the bad spirits. I send them back with escorts. So, our good spiritual help comes and helps me. The minute they're out of my body, we'll call the good help that I'm talking about. How about we call them the bailiff? Okay. Now, we have the bailiff come and escort these little boogers through here. So, and then I probably, I don't know. I know I'm getting a little confusing because I didn't put the steps up, but I'm going to do that. The next 2 videos are going to be about the steps to make it real easy for you so that all you have to do is work those steps. Okay, so you send the bad guys through the portal back down into the pit. You do this 3 times and then you shut that portal. All right, and this is energy work. Ask for an escort. Ask for help. Ask the angels, the saints. We have so many spiritual helpers that we're just not connected to. We're in a free will universe. We have to ask them for help. There are hundreds, millions of angels waiting to help us, okay? And saints and things like that. Okay, so when you're telling them, evicting them from your body, you're going to send them this way, back through the portal and back into the pit, and then you're going to close that portal. You're going to thank the help that you just received. Always be grateful. Do you know, I went into this about gratitude in the video yesterday. We have so much help. We just have been disconnected from that help. We need to be grateful for that help, but we need to show them that we appreciate them. Okay, because these guys are ugly. Okay, these guys want you to suffer. These guys want you to learn and then come home. That's why you came here. The good guys. Okay, now that is getting rid of those. Now for when I'm evicting bad spirits from my animals, I use the same pathway. I just run them through there because they're connected to me. They're my animals. And if I were doing children, I would do the same thing. I might even try to, and I'm going to have an opportunity to do that. I'm going to be around one of my grandkids for a while. So I'll do this work for her to keep her safe. But as she gets older, we'll teach her about this stuff. Okay? Now, So this is how we get rid of evict the bad spirits. Okay, there is a trick to this though that will be in the steps. If you don't, these spirits have to listen to you. They have to listen, okay? They might be a little more stubborn because they don't take you really serious, but 3 times they got to go. So they'll come out this way and go down into the portal. You shut the portal. You thank your guides, your angels, your family, whatever. Thank them for their service. And, okay. Now the problem with this, and there's a problem with it. You might send them back, okay? But if you don't get rid of the energy that they're feeding on in your body, that trauma energy, because when you're young, say, or any age really, and your spirit is that far removed from your body because of trauma, they're already in there and they've drilled holes into your energy center. So until you're able to heal from that and to get rid of that energy, they'll come right back in. You start thinking a thing, you start doing a thing you're not supposed to do that only these guys do and your good spirit doesn't do, they're going to come right back in because they're anchored in there. Okay? So, in the steps, there is one step that clears that energy out. Okay? And I'll teach you how to do that. Once you clear your energy, they can't just, there's nothing for them to feed on. That's what I'm seeing in my family right now. Okay, someone I know had some really gnarly demons in his body, but he's older now. They can't get as much action from him, so they've gone to the kids. They want to be where the action is, and if there's no action, they're going to cause action. When I first moved in here, I could see there was a demon just running amok around here. I couldn't believe it. It was just over there, and then she'd be starting crap all over the place, and then move over to another person, and that person be starting crap all over the place, and then that person, these are pretty decent folk, but there was drama, trauma, everything that you can imagine around here. It's because of that one particular demon. Okay. Now, that's what they'll do. All right, so now I'm going to just erase this real quick, and I'm going to show you how I send back the trap spirits. Okay. When I do the trap spirits, because the trap spirits still have their soul intact, they just had their spirit separated from their body before they died. All right, and they're still doing the darn thing to try to get through this. Okay, I imagine through my whole body. Imagine my whole body's there. I'm doing the energy work in the other video. You might, if you learn this way, draw it out. Art will help you to learn and release energy and to open up, tough spots in your life. Just draw about it. Do some art. Even if you're not good at it, just do it. There's an energy thing. The energy's coming through your hands. Oh boy. The energy's coming through your hands into that pen and on that paper. It's getting out, okay? So, now, what I do with these guys, I just take my hand and do it, but we're going to draw something to help you guys. I take my hand because with my spiritual side, I can see what's going on inside my body straight ahead. I take a giant filter and I'm going to draw it like this. Okay. Like a screen. And I put it right here. We're just going to do this. Okay, let's say this is a filter. All right, and I take that filter with my left hand and I push that filter over my body because I'm seeing my body with my third eye. I push that filter or screen that way, okay, to where it ends up. This filter will end up over here, okay? And each time I do that, I'm going to do that 3 times, okay? Now it's the screen. So I'm going to write screen, okay? So I take that screen and I taking over my body, collecting spirits. Okay? Now I do that 3 times. What I do is I say, I'm evicting all spirits from my body. Bad spirits, I send them back to where they go. I do the filter, and I send all trapped spirits back to where they go, and I ask for escorts. Just like here. We've got help. They'll help me send those guys back. Now, we have to be a little more sensitive with the trapped spirits because they're good. They're confused. They're trapped. Why are they in my body? They're looking for their bodies. A lot of them. Some of them know that they died, but they think they're somewhere else in a good dimension or something, and they're not. Okay, so take the screen, take it over this way, and ask for help. Ask the angels, ask your spirit guides, ask your family to please escort them back to where they belong. This right here, we need to be doing this for every critter, every biological species on this planet. We need to be sending their spirits back because we all have a spirit. Their spirits are getting trapped here. And so the spirits are getting trapped here so these guys can feed. Okay? That's what's happening. So be a little bit more empathetic for the trap. I mean, look, when you send these guys back, these demons, thank them for their service because they have given us a service. If it weren't for them, okay, we wouldn't be experiencing what we're experiencing right now. And people grow through painful experiences. And I'm sorry to say that, but that's what it took for me. I had to have some painful experiences in my life in order to grow. So, thank them. Tell them their service is no longer needed. I mean, if you say, I hate you, demon, blah, blah, blah. You know what you're doing? You're just feeding the guy. He's laughing at you. You know, they're laughing at you. This person doesn't get it. Or not even person. I'm not going to say person anymore. I'm working on that, and I'll explain that later. Okay, thank them for their service. And have empathy for them as well. Don't be silly and give them your body or your energy. But look, they're demons. Okay, they're not ever going to rise to their full potential. They're not ever going to rise up to where we're going to be, okay, in the really, really good dimensions, okay? So you can have empathy for somebody or for a thing without becoming a victim of that thing, okay? And that's what you need to do. So you're going to use the screen, you're going to do it 3 times, and you're going to call in your escorts, the same escorts that helped you here. Call on the same escorts. I mean, you don't have to. There's so many of them. Just, you know. Okay, and you ask for escorts. That these trap spirits get taken out of these dimensions and back to where they go. So this is one less thing that they're going to have to worry about. One less trap spirit of their own that they're not going to have to try to collect the pieces. Okay. Anyways, so we have this third eye video that I did is so imperative that you understand the dimensions. Okay. I think I covered that. So that's how you do that. I'll get to the binding in just a minute. Excuse me. Okay, I think I did that pretty good. If I confused any of you guys, please let me know and I'll try to go over it again. Now, please go back to the third eye video. You guys are going to need that information. These guys are master tricksters, okay? They're magicians. They're wizards, okay? They've been doing this a while, but so has your spirit. Your spirit and the spirits that made it up to sainthood that are your help, your guidance and all of that, they're smarter than them. Okay, they are because they didn't sell their soul and they made it through all the trauma that we go through when we come here and they didn't sell their soul. Did they make a deal at one point? Probably. I think we all do. We just don't know that that's what we're doing. Where we compromise because we want something or that's kind of a deal. It's kind of making a deal. Now, okay, so I think we got that. All right, yep. Okay, we're going to be done with that. I'm going to take just a break, rest my back for a second, and I'll be right back. Okay. All right, now, about binding. the spirits that come into your place uh, on people or animals. And the video I did yesterday, if your children are underage, you can get rid of those demons for them. When they become of age, and I'm not sure the age 18 maybe for females, 22, 25 for males, when they're mature enough to make their own choices and handle their own consequences, that's when they have free will. You got to back up, but you can bind them. Now, I told somebody that I would go over the binding. I'm not going to do that until I do the steps. So what I'm first going to do is, and I'll do that today. I'm going to try to do that today. Okay, so I'm going to erase this, and I am going to take a small break, and then I'm going to get into the steps. I'm going to write the steps that you need to take every single day that you need to do in order to keep yourself safe, okay? Now, this is the steps I'm going to share with you. Like I said, I'm going to share 5 steps. But I'm going to write the steps here. So that way, when I tell you how to bind, well, actually, no. You know what? Sorry, I just changed my mind. I'm going to get rid of this. Okay. I'm going to teach you how to bind in the next video. Okay, but right now, let's do this. Let's say you're in your house, okay, at your front door. Okay. And okay, there's a window right there. Okay. Hold on one more second. I'm making me coffee. I've got to get that. Okay, I'm back now. Say, I probably should have drawn that in the middle, but it's okay. Okay, so binding. I'm going to get into the specifics on how to bind when I do the steps. But, I mean, you can do this right now. Say this is your friend Sam. All right, and you're inside your house, and you see Sam, and you know that Sam has some issues. Like maybe he's your ex-boyfriend, and he's got some anger issues or something. What those are demons. Okay? Sam has these demons in his body. Alright? But you know every time Sam comes over, there's usually some problems. Okay? Because Sam has an anger issue, and that's one subcategory of demons, and I'll get into that. Okay. So, when you're at your door, I'm going to get into steps where you can do all of this together, the grounding, the binding, the sending back, and all of this. But for right now, if you want to do this today, you can do this today. So here comes Sam. He's coming up to your door. He seems like he's in a good mood right now. But these are demons. So he might have demons of jealousy. He might have demons of anger. He might have demons of gluttony, to where maybe he's drinking. Okay, or whatever it is. He seems okay now, so you know the potential, okay, that this could be a problem. So what you'll do when you know Sam's coming over is ask for protection first, and that's in the steps that I'll cover. And then you say out loud, if any spirits come to my place trying to get through any of these portals, bind them. Okay, this is what I do with my children. If I know if they're, or anybody, because, and I just say it 3 times, okay? If anybody comes to my place that is infected, bind the demons and do not let them, and I ask for spiritual help. I'm going to get into the steps with you after I do this, but that's what you would do. You know that Sam's coming to your house. You know he's got some anger issues. You don't want to be scared or, whatever about it. You just ask for protection, and you bind that demon through your voice. You demand it. I demand all demons be bound. All demons be bound, coming through the 4 corners of my space. And I'm going to talk to you about that in the next video. All right, so that's how you would do it. And this is the assumption that you've already done the grounding and called your spirit in. Okay, you've already called your spirit in your body. You've already done the grounding. You've gotten rid of your own demons that may have come in since your last grounding, or maybe in your energy centers. Okay, so you've already done all that for the day. Now, what you're going to do is you're going to demand that all demons, well, and this is your asking, okay? You're going to demand that the demons do what you want them to do, okay? You're going to ask for spiritual help. You've got angels, spirit guides, family, your own spirit. Okay, this is, we've got so much help. We've just been dumbed down, fluoridated, vaccinated, traumatized. We've got it. So you're going to do that 3 times to bind those demons. And what happens is they're like in a straitjacket, okay? And they can't move, okay? They come into your place, they just can't move. All right? That's what you do. And do that 3 times. So when he finally gets to the door, those guys are in straitjackets. I'm just going to use that as an analogy. All they can do is do this. Okay, so they're already in a straitjacket. They can't do nothing in here. Okay, because you've demanded that they be bound. There you go. Okay, and you've got all your little friends, your saints and your angels and your spirit guides and your family. You're not alone. Okay, I promise you that. You just think you're alone because these guys have been messing with all of us. All right, so anyways, the next video I do, I'm going to try to do it this afternoon because I'm going to be busy for a few days. I did say I do Monday through Friday, do a video. So I'll do another video this afternoon that should cover tomorrow. And then I'm going to be off on the weekend. If I can get a few more done, I will do that. Okay, but I don't know that I'll be able to do that. And then I will resume videos again on Monday. Okay, so I'm going to take a break. I'm going to get a little bite to eat. And then when I come back, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to write the steps out for you. These are the steps that are going to be in my program. Not my program, the program for the world. Okay. Anyways. All right. I love you guys, and I hope this helped. And to the person who said the supposed spirit I'm speaking to, how do I know it's not a demon? Because I do the work. Watch the third eye videos, okay? And review my work because it's out there. I've been doing this a little while, okay? And I'm close with my spirit. Now, if you are communicating with the spirit, or if you're communicating with the spirit and you're wondering, is this my good spirit or is this a bad spirit? First, you'll know the hemispheres. Where is it coming from? Okay? Where's it coming from? Now, because bad spirits can kind of throw their voices over a little bit onto the right side, they can't go over there, but they can throw their voices. It would be down here. It will be down, not up high where the saints would communicate you from. And if there's lustful, jealous, angry, whatever, want revenge, anything like that, those are not good spirits. Those are bad spirits. Your good spirit will be encouraging you, giving you a hug, so to speak. Okay? Not jealous at all. Because our good spirits, what are we jealous for? Why would we be jealous? That's the issue. Okay? Why would anybody be jealous? Because they're demons, they're bad spirits. But you know what that in effect says to yourself? That you're not good enough. You are good enough. Your spirit's a badass. I'm telling you right now. And if we can get everybody's spirits in their bodies where they belong, your spirit knows what to do. Your spirit's trapped. Okay? All right. Your spirit is trapped. Depending on your age, what kind of trauma you've been through, you didn't even know you had a spirit that was supposed to be in your body. Okay, anyways, I'm going to go now. I'm going to get myself something to eat, maybe lay down and do a crystal treatment, and then I will be back tonight to do another video. I'm going to put the steps on the board, and then I'm going to talk about the seven subcategories of demons and things to watch out for, and the tricks they play on you to get in your body. All right, I'll talk to you later. I love you guys. Bye.